Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch another really beautiful day in the Ozarks, considering the horrible weather that we've had, all the local damage and stuff. Busy today dealing with that some more, but things are getting better, and we've already got crews in certain areas putting electric lines back together and water lines and clearing roads, and we'll soon start repairing some of the more major road damages and the bridges and stuff like that. So I was out today helping figure some of that stuff out. What a change, we think. I mean, it's some of you might be saying, am I dreaming? This can't be real. But apparently, the election happened almost in a very normal way. I mean, if you look at the numbers, it doesn't even look like there was an attempt to manipulate anything. The overall amount of votes that came in was less than last time. I mean, things didn't look right. It just kind of almost was too easy. And Kamala Harris has conceded to Donald Trump. So, as of right now, it's official. Donald Trump's going to become the president again. I mean, there's always the possibility of things happening between now and then that would try to prevent that, or, whatever. And of course, if those things were to happen, we'd be ready for it, right? But as it seems right now, and it's a go. And it's almost too good to be true in some ways, because they said today that I guess Joe Salatin now is going to be advising the USDA, the Secretary of Agriculture and everything. I mean, it's just, it's a little strange. And maybe we're all too pessimistic that feel this way. But I'm also very cautious. And I understand that it's government that we're dealing with. And even if good people are involved, it's still government that we're dealing with, especially on the big federal level. And you have to be a little cautious about that. I know that a lot of you think that I'm just a big hater of Donald Trump, and that's not the case at all. I have said many times on here and in my personal life that there are things about Donald Trump I really enjoy, I like. But I'm not one of these fanboys that just blindly follow no matter what. I'm critical of my leadership and critical of the people trying to be leaders, even if they're good. I mean, if it was Ron Paul that got elected, I would still be critical of him when it was justified. And so, no matter how good it looks on paper, I'm going to be critical. I believe it's our duty to do that. And there are definitely some things about Donald Trump that I do not agree with. There are some very strong issues that I absolutely disagree with. And there's a lot of little things about him that I don't like. So, I'm giving you the truth, folks. It's possible. It's possible that the good guys really won. It's possible that things will really turn around. I mean, the stock market sure reacted today. Huge amounts. I think something like $1.25 trillion was made today on the stock market. Bitcoin is now at record high, 76,000 or something like that. The U.S. dollar skyrocketed in value, all this kind of stuff. So maybe it is a good thing. Maybe all this good stuff is just really going to happen. Maybe it's all a ruse. I don't know. Maybe it is. When I think about him winning, it's like either all this talk that we've had for the last few years about this deep state and how they control things and try to control things isn't true at all. Or, maybe Donald Trump really is just that amazing and good. Or maybe he's part of it. I don't know. I'm not sitting here saying which one is the correct one, and it may be some other one that I've not mentioned. But I see those as the possibilities. Most of you know this. I talk about it often. That all of this that's going on, not just the politics, but just everything that's happening in the world, it's all spiritual warfare. And we have to understand that there's something bigger going on here. And this could be truly the good guys winning, but it also could be just a different level of darkness that's, false light parading around. Don't know. But I'm telling you that we should be cautious of that. It doesn't mean that we can't enjoy the win, that we can't enjoy a pendulum swing back towards some kind of conservatism. It just means that we should not blindly jump on and think that everything's going to be fine. Keep with your preparations and be cautious. There's also the possibility that the other side isn't quite done yet in their fight, that they're not quite down and out. They've just been wounded a little bit. So we should always be prepared and cautious for these things. I don't know. I'm surprised, shocked so far. It's not how I thought it was going to play out. I thought there was either going to be a lose on Donald Trump or that there was going to be a really dirty fight. And I'm not the only one that thought that. Most everyone on both sides thought that it was going to be a dirty fight to get this election over with. And that didn't happen at all. So it makes me wonder, when things go totally as unexpected, it doesn't always mean that's a good thing. And I'm not trying to rain on the party, okay? If you're the type that wants to celebrate this, that kind of thing, then by all means do so. But just be cautious. And don't get caught off guard, because there could be things coming down the pike from this new administration that are very wrong. I've heard him say things on this campaign that he's going to do this and that, and a lot of these things are flat out unconstitutional. You can't do that without breaking the Constitution. What are you talking about? So, be cautious, stay prepared, and if nothing else, it could just cause things to slow down for a little bit and cool off a little bit, not necessarily die away. So it may give you a little bit of a reprieve. You get a little extra time to prepare, a little extra time to be more self-sufficient. Because if any of you, and most of you do, read the Bible, you know that the final direction of all of this is not good. And if we are entering those end days, then we know it's going to start getting not good at some point. And the only time it talks about in Scripture that things start to get really good during the end times is when the Antichrist reigns. So all of that tells me that I need to stay on my toes. Doesn't mean that you don't enjoy the party for a while, but definitely be alert and aware of what's going on. And always be critical of leadership. Don't do any of this blindly following someone, because I've seen a whole lot of that going on over the last few months, that they just blindly, and really in no difference than the people that were blindly following Kamala just because they hated Trump so much. Keep your houses in order, folks. Prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. You know you should do these things. Just because things seem to be lightening up, it doesn't mean that you just give up and go home. It means that you take a breath, get a drink of water, kind of cool off, and then get right back at it. So keep up with your preps and keep up with your self-sufficiency. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.